Hello YouTube, back to the next BattleBots review, and as you can see, I've got the BattleBots VEX Robotics Minotaur kit. This is the second kit, or I guess the first kit, depending on how you want to look at it. They were both released at the exact same time, pretty much. And as you see, it very much resembles Minotaur. You get the big old logo, the sort of emblem, the icon for Minotaur. You get the big old drum on the front. Although the drum is probably the wrong color. I would say arguably it's more, I mean, if you look at actual photos of the robot, and I did to make sure last night, but it's a lot more like a dark yellow than a gold. But it's very well detailed. I mean, here's the view of the underside. You can see how it all comes together. Here's your gearbox right around here. This took about 5 hours of work yesterday, and then with, of course, some technical problems dealing with, you know, as well as I had a missing part. I actually had a part missing in my kit. But I managed to find the exact part I needed, you know, by pure chance in the other kit. The other kit had actually leftover pieces, and one of them happened to be the one I was missing. So if you end up getting this kit and you have the other kit already assembled, check for extra parts. You may have an extra part from the other, or vice versa. I mean, you could have a missing part in the Tombstone kit. You might find it in this one. But do that before you actually go out and bug Hexbug to send you a replacement part. But it sounds like they will gladly do that if it comes to that case. But I mean, look at the detail. I mean, here's the sticker they put on. I mean, yeah, you can tell. I think all the air bubbles out, and I think that's why it looks funny. It's also a little crooked, but I mean, it's very reminiscent of the real robot. I mean, it's awesome. These are actually 3 separate panels you're assembling. The tricky part in the instructions was actually, you know, figuring out how they wanted the side pieces here to go. Back plate was rather simple. I mean, that just popped right on, no problem. This is actually a little more hard plastic than compared to the, you know, the top. The top is once again not held in place. I mean, here's a good example right here. Let's see if I can show. And it lifts up off the. See, it might show better this way. Nope, nope. It might show. Let's see. Yeah, there's a little bit. Okay, there you go. You can see a little bit better against my shirt. It's not held in place by anything except 4 little sort of pins here on the top here. The drum is very fast. I mean, it's a little rattly. I think because of the way it's, you know, they designed the drum. And here's the chain that powers it. Fortunately, you do not have to put the chain. There's no chain, you know, powering the wheels. The wheels actually are powered just by the gearbox down here. Oh yeah, I guess it is chain drive. Yeah, because it connects. If you notice on the back, the chain goes all the way down and connects to the drive here. So this is the axle that goes all the way through and powers the wheels. It's the same idea, so it's 2 separate metal rods to power the wheels instead of one. And of course, you know, it's very well done. I mean, you can see it'll take you a while. I mean, it took me 6 hours, roughly, a little over 6 hours to actually complete this thing. I mean, I did start, I got this for my birthday, it was just the other day, about 2 days ago. I started putting it together, got bored, so I decided to take it, you know, get a head start on it. But yeah, I mean, it's well worth it. I mean, you got yourself an extra little prize here. I mean, it's got the little feet on the front. I mean, they're not low enough to get under, I mean, they don't need to be terribly low enough to get under the Tombstone kit, but, you know, I generally had a pretty, you know, straightforward time assembling it, especially considering, I mean, there were certain bits, like, especially the top here, if I can show it, these little bits on top were actually hard to figure out, okay, how did they do that? How did they get that to line up? Didn't seem like it was right, but I managed to figure it out. Because unfortunately, there are a lot of similar pieces in there, much like the Tombstone kit. I mean, this is very well done. I mean, this will give you some idea to start. You should see the drum twitch as I move it. I don't know if you see it. My hand's in the way. You're not going to see it move if I don't. Yeah, there you go. You see the drum rotating kind of slowly and sort of haphazardly. That's because the drive is affecting it. I'm going to actually show it a little bit better shortly here. Just kind of going to see if there's anything else I want to talk about before I show it off definitively. And yeah, I guess it would have been nice to have the this would be more of a solid plastic. A lot like these are actually not, I would say, arguably not that sturdy. They don't hold together very well until you actually put them into the kit. And some of them are a lot harder to put in than others. So like when you get down to attaching the side panels, there's like all sorts of other stuff, other connector pieces, longer connector pieces that you really have to put in some effort to get them into place. But hopefully if things line up, you should be fine. I mean, the kit's worth it in the end. These are very soft rubber tires and stuff like that. Yeah, that was kind of another thing I had trouble with. I mean, of course, since the rods are all similar, the kit, I think, in some ways, I can take back what I said about regarding how the instructions were a little obscure regarding the length. They do have images of the actual lengths of each item, so that's the exact size you need. Although it still was kind of a little bit confusing. I probably should have looked at it a little more carefully, because, I mean, I put simple things like putting the wrong rod into place is going to cost you in the end. But it's nice that the kit that I had, at least my, the chain was already assembled. So it already had all the pieces it needed. I wasn't sure. I was lucky enough that there weren't any other pieces missing, so I was able to fully assemble the kit without any problem whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, this is awesome. I mean, the drum spins really fast. I mean, you'll get a good, it'll kind of sort of like, makes almost a rattling noise when it gets going, but it's awesome. I guess in some ways it's like the Tombstone kit. Oh, here's a good way of viewing the drum when it spins. It's kind of a more straightforward way. You can see this is what I'm doing. I'm pulling on the big gear up here in the corner here. It's this gear here. Big old gear in the background here that powers the helps the gearbox. Yeah, troubleshooting is definitely, this is gonna be a good little, if you're learning how to build a bot, you should probably start with these kits because it's the same idea, just you're not risking yourself getting electrocuted or anything like that. That's fun. I mean, you get to put them together, you get to look inside without even having to go, oh, what's wrong here? You take the top off. Because generally, you'll run into a problem before you get to putting the top on. This is awesome. These are very well designed. Without further ado, I'm going to showcase the kit in action when it moves. Let's see if I get this lined up here. Let's see. Okay, I guess that's in there. I'll put the kit a little closer. You may not be able to see it that well, but it's got a good amount of spin on it. Oop. I thought that was the... Yeah, you can hear it's like slipping at times. I think because... Yeah, I think let me turn this over. Yep. One thing you might find is that there's a little difficulty with the gearbox. I think the... Yeah, there's not much holding the, if you look here, this is the problem I was trying to avoid for the review, but if you look carefully, this gear has popped out of place. It's going to take me just a second to get it back into place. That's the unfortunate thing about this kit, is that that can happen. Let's see if I can, should realign. So this kit may be a little more fragile than the other one. It's unfortunate that it can have this happen to it, but this may have been partly my fault for not including something to keep it in place, but let me see. It should go into place here relatively smoothly. I mean, I already popped it in place earlier. That's the only reason why it stopped. That's why it was stuttering so much. There it goes. So I might need to put a nut on it to keep it from moving like that. There you go. Back in place. Go a little further out so you can get a good... You can see the drum gets probably about 4 or 5 revolutions when you actually get it going here. Oop, pop that. I think it's just... Yeah. I think it popped out again. There we go. But yeah, that's my review on the VEX Robotics Minotaur kit. Thanks for